Welcome to episode 2 of Get Off My Lawn VR, where I'm going to show you how the magic works, and also we're going to talk about the different kinds of headsets and which one might be most appropriate for you. And then finally, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're going to do in the next episode as far as unboxing one. So before we even get into it, if you think VR is just about kids flailing around in the basement, you got another thing coming. Here, roll the clip and let's see some of the things you can do in VR. Okay, now those were cool. So many things you can do in a headset. My goal is to make you as much of a VR addict as I am. I'm not happy unless I have a headset on. You can ask people. So before we get into that though, I want to explain to you just a tiny bit about how the magic works so you can sound smart when you're talking to your kids and grandkids. So, VR headsets have two lenses. Each one is slightly offset. So when your eyes are looking in it, they merge it into a 3D perception. When you look around, you are totally immersed. If whatever game you're in is in the middle of the jungle, when you look around, you're going to see foliage everywhere. If it's, like the supernatural, where you're actually doing fitness stuff, and you're set on the Great Wall of China, when you look around, it's going to look like you're in China, everywhere, above, below, and on each side. Your eyes are going to perceive it as totally immersive, and it's going to feed you a totally immersive environment. One thing that is going to do, this headset is also going to see your controller, which is how you interface with that world. Press a button, grab things, move things, turn handles, throw things, shoot things, blast things. I like the violent stuff, but also pick up things. In one game that I will show you later, you can actually pet this little mouse who's going to be very appreciative of it. All those things, this is how you interact in that environment. So, a headset, a controller, tickets to the world. This controller is also going to supply your audio. And that's basic for all of the headsets. But you're going to go out and buy or acquire, don't steal, acquire a headset. So let's talk about the separate kinds of headsets that you want to consider when you're actually getting ready to purchase one. Let's start off with the basic model. This is a great entry level. This is an Oculus 2. Not the newest, but a great entry level headset. This one here happens to have the optional battery pack on it. That's going to extend your playing time. It's wireless. It does not connect to your computer. It does not require you to connect to your computer. At some point we'll talk about Steam, which is a platform that has a lot more games on that you can connect your headset to your computer to access, or an Airlink. But to get started, you don't need to be connected to anything. You just have to have your phone. So an iPhone, a headset, you're in business. Lightweight, almost indestructible. These things are literally made for 12-year-olds. I have dropped them, my dog has dragged them, and they are very sturdy. So don't worry about breaking the headset. Oculus's new big brother is the Oculus 3. This one has pass-through. Oculus 2 does also. But this one's really known for it. Pass-through is where you're in VR, you're in your headset, but you can also see the things in the real world. There are games that take advantage of this with augmented reality, and I'm going to show you one at some point where you have your headset on, and all of a sudden there's a tower in the middle of your living room. And you can walk around the tower with your headset on and move things on the tower, and it's going to pop you back into VR where you're totally immersed, and then it's going to pop you back into AR where you're back in your living room. Totally cool. So this one has the AR capabilities with the VR. Same thing, it's wireless. This one also has the extra battery pack on it. It's going to give you about 6 to 8 hours of play. You really don't want to do any more than that, especially not in the beginning. Same thing, audio comes into the headset itself. Focus, same technology, wireless, has a battery pack in the back. Same thing with the controllers. The only difference is they will plug into the headset to charge, whereas your Oculuses, they use batteries in the controllers. Great graphics, a little more expensive. Last one I want to talk about is the Vive Pro. This one uses a little different technology than the others. And this is an older model. There is a new model of this and another new model of the Focus. I'm just showing you what I have on hand. But what I really want to show you about this one is, here is your Oculus, and there's those little tiny cameras in the front. You see from the inside to the outside, and that's what determines your place in their space. With your Vive, this is called outside in. This one requires you to mount light boxes in your space that the cameras receive information from the light boxes in order to determine where you are in your space. Great graphics, and another difference is it's wired to your home computer. This one also has separate audio devices, maybe a little easier if you're wearing hearing aids. My hearing aids work absolutely fine with the other headsets. They also work well with this one. I have never gotten any feedback, any audio feedback from this when I've used this. This was actually my first headset. So just a different entry into the market. You're going to pay a little more, but it can handle a little more as far as the graphics. The other thing to consider though is your Oculuses, since they don't have a wire, can be used anywhere. Your Vive, you're in the same, always have to be aware of where your cords are. So when you're walking around in a headset, you're going to have to be a little more aware of where the cords are. But 4 great headsets, any of them would work well to get you into VR, and we'll go through and unbox the various types. If you happen to buy a different kind of headset, I'm happy to do an unboxing with that. If it's an expensive headset, if you send it to me, then I'll do an unboxing with that one. So next time we're going to talk about how to unbox an Oculus 3, get it totally set up, download what you're going to need to make it work, and then I'll also show you some of the things on the headset that you can play with right off the bat. And oh, by the way, unboxing an Oculus 3 is pretty similar to unboxing an Oculus 2. So what we do on the 3, for the most part, translates to the 2. And if you ever have any questions about anything that we're doing on here, please put it in the comments below. I would love to have a discussion about the things that you're finding difficult and making sure that you understand them, because that's what the channel is about. I don't want you having to go to ask your kids or your grandkids or that geeky guy, at some big box shop. I want to make sure that we answer those kind of things for you right here, because that's what this is for. So on the next episode, we're going to unbox, and then in episodes after that, we're actually going to look at games. We're going to go through a number of different games, show you how to play them, give you kind of a preview before you buy them, so you know what you're getting into. And if you have a game that you've seen and you're curious as if it's something that you might want, let me know. If I have it, we'll do an episode on it. If I don't, and it looks really cool, then I'll probably buy it myself, because at heart, I am an addict and I can't get enough of the different kind of games. So until next time, think about what headset you're going to bring into the VR world. Don't steal your grandkids' headset. Go buy your own. See you next time on that episode, and we'll get moving into VR. In the meantime, get off my lawn.